Hello dear soulmate, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Esther. If this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for watching. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how I made this Asooke Bubu dress that has a cold shoulder on one side. If you're interested in learning how to make this, join me while we get started. Okay, so these are the materials I'll be using. This is a crepe fabric of about 3.5 yards, and this is the ashoke I'll be using for the design. So you can also make use of a plain black ashoke or whatever color you want. I feel that will give a better result, okay? But I'm using a crepe fabric, and as you can see, I've gone ahead to fold it into four. I folded it into two and then folded it into four again. Okay, so I folded it into four because I want to work on the front and back together. So after folding it, as you can see, I'm drawing a straight line at the top. Okay, you can come down a little bit and you can just draw your straight line there. That's going to be our shoulder line. And now I'm going to mark the shoulder measurement that I'm working with divided by 2, and that's 7 inches. So I have 14 divided by 2 giving me 7 inches, and from that 7 inches I marked 11 inches. This is how long I want my sleeve to be. I actually want the sleeve to be 10 inches, but I added 1 extra inch to it. So from the shoulder, from the neck down to the sleeve, I'm having a total of 18 inches. So I added 1 inch because I will be folding it at that end. Okay, so at that point I'm going to mark it there, and because this dress is going to be a butterfly bubu, I'm not going to be putting any armhole for the sleeve. So now I'm marking 3 inches width for the neck and then 1 inch depth. So this is actually the back neckline I'm trying to trace here. Okay, so I traced the back neckline of 3 inches by 1 inch. Okay, so I used 3 by 1 inch. Then for the front neckline is having a V neckline, and I marked 8.5 inches from the shoulder. So if you are a bit chubby, I think you can make this 9 inches or 9.5, so that it can, you'll be able to wear it. Okay, because it doesn't have a zipper, so it has to be free. Okay, then after that, just connect it to that 3 inches. Okay, so now I'm marking what I have from the shoulder, from the neck rather, to where I have my sleeve, and that is 18 inches. So I'm just going to take that 18 inches to the very end of the fabric, and then connect it with a straight line. After that, I'm going to cut it out. Okay, so I'm going to start by cutting the shoulder line. As you can see, I'm trying to cut it, but I just remembered I need to take a shoulder slope. Okay, so from that sleeve area I came down by 1 inch, so that I'm going to connect it to my shoulder. So that 3 inches I marked earlier for the neck width, I'm going to connect it to that 1 inch I marked on the sleeve. So now I'm going to start cutting it from that part. It's going to serve as our shoulder slope. Okay, so after cutting it out, I'm going to cut the sides as well. So remember that this bubu dress is having both front and back, and you don't want to cut them the same thing. So I'm going to just cut the back piece only, although I'm cutting it on both sides, but it's not going to affect. Okay, that's why I'm going to cut the back neckline only, and then from this sleeve area I'm going to cut it straight down. Remember I said that we're not going to be putting any armhole for the sleeve because we are trying to make a butterfly bubu, so it doesn't really need armhole. I've already gone ahead to cut it out, and now I have my front and back piece together, but I'll be working with my back piece first. So I'm just going to take out the front piece before I cut out the neckline or anything. I'm just going to take it out for now so I can work directly on the back piece. So now I'm going to bring my ashoke because I want to fix it on it. Remember, the ashoke is on one side of our shoulder. Yeah, it's on one side of our shoulder. So I'm just going to fix the ashoke on it and then trace it out. So for me to easily do this, I'll just place it at the back of the back piece, as you can see, so that I can be able to get the shape for the neckline. So after that, I'm going to pin it down. I'm just going to secure it with pin so that it doesn't keep moving while I'm trying to cut it out. So after doing this, I'm going to cut out the neckline, as you can see me do. Okay, this is just because I want to get that neckline. I'm going to be stitching it down at that part. So now that I've cut it, I'm going to bring it to the front like this. I'm going to bring it and I'm going to place it. Remember that this material is folded into two. That means that it is at the center. So the ashoke is going to be at the center of this fabric. So I would advise that you just press it. Okay, take it to your ironing table and give it a press. When you press it, you'll be having a crease line at the center, and that will help you to trace it down. Okay, so I've gone ahead to pin it down to the very end, as you can see, and I'm going to be stitching the edges of the Asooke. So I'll take it to my machine and stitch it, but before I do that, I'm going to work on the front piece. Okay, so I'm just going to keep this aside after pinning it down, and I'm going to bring the front piece as well, and I'll just properly lay it and ensure that it is equal. So you want to do this well, so that you're going to cut it right. So remember that we have not cut out the neckline for the front, and the neckline for the front is a V neckline, where I came down by 8.5 inches from the shoulder, and I connected it to the 3 inches width there. So I'm just going to cut that part out. Okay, so after cutting it out, I can now bring my Asooke and place it. Remember that this front piece is also folded into two. Okay, so you, like I said, you can press it so that you can be able to trace the crease line there to help you get the center, because the Asooke is meant to be at the center of it, that is from one shoulder. Okay, so you can see the way I place it at the center, and I'm able to get the neckline and the shoulder that is being sloped. You can see that. So then I went ahead to cut it out. So you have to do this to make sure that you get it right. So after doing this, I'm going to bring it out, and I'm going to place it like this. Okay, so for me to pin this front, I'm going to open it out, okay, before I place it. And for me to be sure of the right shoulder, remember that this Asooke can be in any shoulder. It can be in the left or the right, it's depending on what you want. Okay, for me to be sure of the right place, I'm just going to bring the back piece and place it like this. So as you can see that after placing it like this, I was actually placing the Asooke in the wrong side, and now that I've brought the back piece, I can be able to place it in the right part, following what I have from the back. So they are meant to be on one shoulder, the same shoulder. So if you're working with the left, the front and the back should have the Asooke on the left. If it's the right, it should be on the right. So that's why it's better you just bring the back piece and do it that way. Then after that, I'm going to use my pins to secure it down. Remember that it's meant to be at the center. That is why I said it is better for you to just iron it down, so that you can use the crease line from the center to trace it. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and pin everything down to the very end, then I'll cut it at the hem. After pinning the front and the back, I'm going to take it in my machine, and I'm going to be stitching at that edge of the Asooke just to secure it permanently on the fabric. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So soulmates, as you can see, I've already gone ahead to stitch it and remove my pins, and they are now together as one. Okay, so now I went to cut out an interfacing that I'll be using to join the neckline. You can use a bias strip for this, but I think an interface would give it a finer and neater look. So this is what I'll be using for the fronts. I've already cut it out like this, and I'm going to be stitching it at about 0.25. You can use half of an inch as well, but I did use 0.25 inches. 0.25 inch rather. So after doing that, I'm going to join the shoulders right side facing each other like this, and I'm going to stitch it down. Okay, just go ahead and use half of an inch to stitch it down. So right here, as you can see, I've gone ahead to use my interfacing to close the neckline, as you can see, and then I joined the shoulder. I also went ahead to press the neckline so that it will relax well. You can give this a very good press even at the shoulder line. Okay, this will help you to relax well. So if you use a bias, well, it will still be okay, but just that the thread you use to stitch on the bias will be showing, and it's not going to look professional, but that's totally up to you. Okay, so now I'm measuring what I have. The fullest part of my body is the hip, and I'm working with 40 inches. So I divided it by 2, that's 20, and I'm adding 4 inches for ease allowance, which is 24. So I started from one side of the fabric, and I marked 24 inches. Then from that 24 inches, I divided what I have at that point into 2, and it was 11 inches, which is 5.5 inch. So that means I'll be taking 5.5 inches on both sides for the butterfly bubu. Remember that this sleeve is not going to have a armhole, so I'm going to take the wideness of my sleeve as 10 inches, as you can see what I'm measuring there. So after coming from the shoulder, I'm marking 10 inches at that point. I'm going to take 5.5 inches from there that 10-inch I marked, and I'm going to take it downward. As you can see, I do not want to use my chalk so well on this because this is the front and I do not want the chalk stains on it, so that's why I'm not really going to do that so much. But I hope you understand what I'm doing. So I'll do the same thing on this side. I came down rather from the shoulder by 10 inches, which is the wideness of the sleeve, and I'm marking 5.5 and a half, rather 5.5 inches on each side. This is what I'm going to use for the butterfly bubu. So I've also gone ahead to fold the side. As you can see, I went ahead to fold the side from down to the top, and I also went ahead to hem the down. So after taking it to my machine and stitching that place I marked 5.5 inches on both sides, this is what it looks like. As you can see, the sleeves are open. So now I'm going to create that opening at that slit. So I marked 6 inches around this area of my shoulder. This is the shoulder where the Asooke design is, and from that point I marked 1 inch. After the part where you have the Asooke stopping, I marked 1 inch, and I'm going to cut that open. So from that part where I marked 1 inch, as you can see, I'm going to cut it open to where I stop at 6 inches. So if you're a bit chubby, you can use 7 inches, okay? It's 6 inches is actually fine. When I did it, it was okay, and I had to measure from my shoulder to where the 6 inches is going to stop to be sure that I'm okay with it. And then I got this strip which I'll be using to join or fold the sides, okay, just to give it a clean look, just like the way the neckline is. It's going to be an interface, so I'll just stitch it all around and press it, and by the time I'm done with it, this is what it looks like. Okay, you can see the way the dress is looking. This is the back and this is the front. Okay, you can see the way it looks. It's coming out very well. If you find this tutorial very helpful, please do not hesitate to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. Okay, if you have any question, do not hesitate to leave it in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next video.